The night settles over me like a quiet veil, cold and steady, painted in deep blue shades. My breath drifts through the air like smoke, slow, controlled, unwavering. Outside, I'm ice. Inside, a flame refuses to die. There's a calmness in my veins, a cold that keeps my mind sharp, untouched by noise, untouched by doubt. People think stillness is weakness, but they never seen a man with a burning soul hidden beneath a frozen surface. I walk through the night with measured steps, carrying a fire that never shows on my face. The world sees the calm, not the blaze, the silence, not the storm I hold within. And maybe that's the way it should be. Cold blood keeps me steady when everything tries to pull me under. It cools the weight of old memories, keeps my hands from shaking, keeps my voice from breaking. But the burning soul inside me is what pushes my feet forward. The flames are quiet, not wild or reckless, just steady heat, the kind that survives the darkest winters. It's the fire built from every moment I refuse to give up. Every night I held myself together when no one else knew I was breaking. Sometimes I feel the heat rising, pressing against the calm exterior I build. But I've learned to hold both the ice and the fire, the control and the chaos, the calm breath and the racing heart. Together they shape the man I become. The dark blue sky stretches above me, a silent witness to every step I take. It doesn't judge, it doesn't question, it simply watches as I walk the line between cold and flame, and I walk it well. If the world tries to test me, let it. If the night tries to swallow me, let it try. My blood may run cold, but my soul burns brighter than anything that comes against me. I move through the silence, stronger for the storms I carry inside, stronger for the fire no one sees, stronger for the ice that keeps me steady. Cold, cold blood on the surface, burning soul underneath, and together they make me unbreakable. The night settles deep around me, a vast ocean of dark blue calm, where every breath feels colder than the last. But beneath my skin, beneath the quiet surface, I show the world there's a flame that refuses to dim, blue fire in my veins. It doesn't rage, it doesn't roar, it burns slow control the quiet heat, shaped by every storm. I walk through without breaking. People see stillness in my eyes, but they never see the ember inside that keeps me moving when the world grows bitter. The cold wind wraps around my shoulders, testing the calm I wear like armor. But the fire beneath it holds, it always holds. There's a strength that rises from places no one speaks of, from nights when breathing felt like the only victory lived. That's where the flame was born, in silence and struggle and solitude. Blue fire in my veins isn't the kind that blinds, it's the kind that guides. A muted glow I follow through the dark when the path disappears and the horizon hides its edge. It carries memories of every battle I didn't ask for but fought anyway. Every truth I had to swallow to become the man I am now. I walk through the night with this hidden heat, letting it warm the parts of me the world tried to freeze. Let the air turn colder, let the shadows stretch longer. I've got something in me that doesn't flicker just because the night tries to swallow it. Each step feels measured, like the flame is guiding my pace, keeping me steady through the quiet weight of the dark blue hours. And though no one hears it, I feel the fire pulse, a reminder that strength doesn't always show itself on the outside. Blue fire in my veins isn't for display, it's for survival, it's for endurance, it's for the nights when everything else goes silent and only the truth remains under my skin. I keep moving forward, steadier with every breath, carrying the fire that never needed to be seen to be real. A flame that burns quietly, faithfully inside the man who refuses to fall. The night stretches long behind me, a shadow trail of places I crossed. But the ground ahead lies untouched, quiet deep blue, waiting for the weight of my steps. I walk slowly, not to preserve the moment, but to feel every inch of the path where my footsteps don't fade. Some roads remember, some roads forget, but this one absorbs nothing. It simply lets me move forward without leaving a mark behind. And maybe that's the point. Maybe not every journey needs proof I was here. The air hangs still around me, cold and honest, lifting the noise words from my mind, the further I go. In this silence, I don't chase meaning, I let meaning find me, breath by breath, step by step. I walk roads that clung to my memories, roads that held echoes of every pain I tried to outgrow. But this path is different, it takes nothing from me, asks for nothing, only offers the quiet to understand who I truly am, without the weight of who I used to be. Where my footsteps don't fade, I learned to walk without fear of repeating old stories. Each step feels clean, a small rebirth in the dark blue air, like the night itself is whispering permission to become someone new. The horizon stays still, yet every moment shifts something inside me. I breathe deeper, stand straighter, feel lighter, not because the journey got easier, but because I stopped needing the world to witness my strength. My footsteps don't echo here, they don't leave scars, don't carve traces for others to follow. No, the path doesn't cling to me the way old roads did. Instead it lets me move freely, unbound from everything I once carried like stone. And maybe this is what freedom feels like, not running, not hiding, but walking forward, knowing I don't need to mark the ground to prove I survive. Where my footsteps don't fade, there is no past chasing me, no way dragging behind, is only breath, direction, and the steady rise of a man learning to walk without shadows. I keep moving, not to be remembered, but to finally belong to the path ahead. The horizon rests in front of me, a long stretch of deep blue quiet that seems to hold every answer I was never brave enough to ask. I stand beneath it, breathing slow, feeling the weight of the world turn strangely light in the silence of this endless night. The sky above doesn't speak, yet it says everything in the way it hangs still, in the way it opens wide, in the way it refuses to hide the truth from a man who walks alone. Beneath the silent horizon, my footsteps sound louder, as if the earth itself listens to the rhythm I carry inside my chest. There is no crowd, no guiding voice, no promise of comfort, just the quiet pull of the unknown, calling me forward. The air is cold but sharp with honesty, a kind of honesty I can finally breathe in. Then without fear it clears the noise from my mind, strips the world down to what actually matters. Breath, direction, resolve. I move slowly, not out of doubt but out of intention. Every step is a decision, a quiet agreement with the man I'm becoming. I do not rush the journey the night has taught me. Death takes time, the horizon never changes, yet it feels different tonight. It feels like a mirror reflecting the strength I pretended not to have, showing me the fire I've kept hidden behind calm eyes and steady breath. The silence around me isn't empty. It holds space for the pieces of myself I ignored for too long, the softer parts, the broken parts, the parts that learn to endure without applause. And as I keep walking, the weight inside me shifts, not disappearing but settling in place, like something finally understood. The horizon stays still, but my heart grows steadier, beating with a quiet certainty that I'm exactly where I need to be. Beneath the silent horizon, I find clarity in the calm, strength in the solitude, and purpose in the slow rise of a man shaped not by light but by the willingness to walk through the dark with open eyes. I keep moving, guided by nothing except the stillness ahead and the fire within, and the fire within, and the fire within. The night wraps around me like a silent cloak, thick with shadows, heavy with truth. Most men fear the dark, but I learned long ago the darkness is not an enemy, it's a place where a real soul is formed. I walk beneath a deep blue sky that barely shows its light, and every step feels like a memory of the storms I lived through. I didn't break in those nights, I didn't fall to the cold. I sharpened myself quietly, deliberately, as the world slept unaware. A soul forged in darkness doesn't shine, it glows. A low ember burning steady beneath layers of scars and silence. It doesn't shout its strength, it carries it like a flame, cupped in steady hands, protected from the wind, nourished by endurance. The path ahead is quiet, lined with echoes of who I used to be. But I don't look back, the man I was is not the man who walks tonight. The fire inside me now was built nights when I had nothing but grit, nothing but grit, nothing but the will to keep standing even when no one watched. Darkness taught me what the daylight never could. How to see without light, how to breathe without ease, how to rise without applause. Strength learned in shadows, it's strength that lasts. Oh, the wind sweeps across my face, cold and unkind, but I let it pass through me. I'm no longer shaken by the chill of solitude or the weight of quiet nights. If anything, they steadied me, reminding me where I came from, what I survived, why I keep moving. A soul forged in darkness is not fragile, it's weathered, tempered, trained in silence to outlast storms that would swallow lesser spirits. It knows the language of endurance, of breath control, of steps taken even when everything is. And as I walk deeper into the dark blue night, I feel no fear, no hesitation. This is where I was shaped, in the shadows, in the cold, in the quiet battles that burn truth into my bones. I move forward with steady breath and unbroken resolve, carrying the fire that survived every night that tried to put it out. A soul forged in darkness doesn't fade, it endures, it rises, it leads the way through the very shadows that create. The night drops over me like a curtain of deep blue frost, thick, quiet, unyielding. The air bites at my skin, the kind of cold that tries to slow a man down. But my steps stay steady because I walk through colder things than this. Cold nights don't frighten me, they sharpen me, they peel away the noise, strip the world down to breathe and movement, and leave only what's real inside my chest. A heart that refuses to fall. My breath rises like smoke, soft clouds fading into the darkness, and each exhale feels like a quiet vow to keep going. No matter how heavy the night becomes, strength isn't loud here. It's the calm rhythm that keeps me upright when the world turns silent. The wind cuts across my path, whistling through the empty dark like a challenge. But I don't tense, I don't break pace, I let it rush past me. Let it try to shake my bones, let it try to test the steel inside me. It never wins. Cold nights, steady heart, that's the truth I carry. The world can freeze around me, but it won't touch the fire I've kept burning quietly for years. Not a blaze, not a wild flame, just a controlled heat, slow, intentional, enduring. I've seen nights that felt endless, nights that pressed against my spirit with weight enough to crush a weaker man. But I learned to breathe deeper, slow down my pulse, and let the cold remind me of everything everything I've already survived. Each step forward feels like a promise to myself that no darkness, no silence, nobody wind will ever dictate my pace. I choose my stride, I choose my breath, I choose the way I stand when the world grows quiet and hard. The dark blue sky stretches above me, vast and indifferent, but I don't need warmth from it, I build my own. A steady heart doesn't rely on the world to keep beating. It beats because it must, because it knows its purpose, because stopping was never an option. So I walk through the cold, unhurried, unbroken, unshaken. If the night deepens, I steady myself. If the frost grows sharper, I tighten my resolve. Cold nights may surround me, but I move through them with certainty. A steady heart leading the way into whatever waits beyond the dawn. The night stands still around me, a vast dark blue horizon that swallows every noise the world tries to throw my way. But inside my chest, there's a sound that never fades, the echo of my own roar. I walk through the silence with breath slow and measured, each step a reminder that strength doesn't always shout. Sometimes it hums low and steady, rising only when it needs to. But when it rises, the whole night feels it. There was a time when I waited for someone else to speak courage into my bones, to guide my path, to calm my storms. But those days are long gone. Now the fire I follow is one I build myself, from nights I survived alone and wounds I learned to heal without a witness. The wind presses against me, testing my resolve, but my stance doesn't break. I've learned the difference between pressure and collapse, and I refuse to collapse. Strength echoes louder when it's born in solitude. The echo of my own roar isn't rage, isn't chaos. It's the steady truth of a man who finally knows he doesn't need the world to validate his voice. It's the resonance of something earned, not given. Every step forward is a drum beat in the dark, a rhythm caught from every moment I kept going, and everything begged me to stop. The night might be silent, but I am not inside me. That deep, steady roar keeps rising. It's not loud to anyone else, it doesn't shake mountains or tear through skies, but it shakes me, awakens me, guides me. And that's all it needs to do. The dark blue air grows colder, but the fire in my chest only grows hotter. Not a wild, not a reckless, controlled, intentional, a flame that refuses to bow. It's the sound of identity, of self-built power, of a man carved from his own storms. And as I continue forward, the roar grows softer. Now we could just settle grounded shore. I don't need to scream to prove my strength. I just need to walk with the echo of my own roar, guiding every breath, every step, every rising moment in the dark. The night rises around me like a wall of dark blue steel. Cold, quiet, unforgiving, but I keep moving through it, step after steady step, because men like me don't stop. The world has tried to slow me down, with doubt, with noise, with storms that crashed against my chest like waves desperate to break something solid, but they never did, they never could. I learned long ago that endurance is not an act, it's a habit. I walk with the certainty of a man who rebuilt himself piece by piece in silence. No applause, no witness, just breathe grit and a stubborn fire that refuses to die inside me. Call it willpower, call it madness, call it whatever you want. I call it the reason I'm still standing. Men like me don't stop, not because the road is easy, but because we survive roads far worse than this. We see nights that swallowed whole. We face screws that cut deeper than any blade, and yet here we are, still walking, still rising, still breathing against the wind. The cold air hits my skin like a challenge I've heard before. I welcome it. It sharpens me, tempers me, reminds me that strength isn't born from warmth, it's forged in the frost. I don't rush, I don't break stride, my pace stays calm and relentless, as steady as a heartbeat that refuses to surrender. I got scars on my soul that taught me more than comfort ever did, marks that whisper the same truth every time the world tries to bend me. Keep going. Tries to my breath. If the wind grows louder, I narrow my focus. If doubt rises, I burn harder. Because men like me don't stop. Not today, not tomorrow, not when the world pushes back, not when the path demands more strength than I think I have. I keep moving, step after step, breathe after breath. Not to prove anything, but because stopping was never an option for men like me. The night settles on my skin like a cold whisper, but I don't shy away from the quiet weight it brings. I've carried heavier things in silence, memories carved deeper than the dark around me. I walk beneath a deep blue sky with steady breath and open eye, because I've learned one truth the hard way: scars never lie. They sit beneath my calm exterior, etched like faint lines on old stone. Each one a story I lived through when no one else was watching. I don't hide them, I don't apologize for them. They're the map of where I've been, the proof that I kept going, even when the world tried to break me. The wind brushes across my face as if reading every mark I carry, tracing the history written in quiet wounds that healed not with ease but with endurance. Some scars ache on cold nights, some burn when old memories rise, but all of them speak truth when words fall short. Scars never lie. They don't pretend I was unshaken, they don't rewrite the pain, they don't erase the nights I stood alone, breathing through storms I didn't know I could survive. They simply say I made it through. I move forward with that truth pulsing under my skin, a reminder that strength isn't born from comfort, it's forged in moments that tried to tear us apart. My steps are steady, my heart unafraid, because I no longer run from what shaped me. Some would see the calm on my face and mistake it for an easy lie, but the scars beneath tell otherwise. They speak in the quiet rhythm of my stride, in the fire I carry in my chest, in the resilience that doesn't need to shout to be known. The dark blue night wraps around me, but nothing in it feels threatening now. I walked through deeper darkness before. I felt pain colder than this air, fought battles louder than this silence. If anything tries to shake me again, let it try. I've already survived worse, and as I move through the quiet with unbroken breath and steady hands, I honor every mark that brought me here, because scars never lie, and neither do I. The night presses in around me, a deep blue silence stretched across the room, but my steps stay steady, unchanged, unwavering. The world can shift, the wind can rise, but nothing breaks my stride. I walk with a rhythm carved from quiet battles, from long nights where I held myself together with nothing but breathing grit. My pace is slow, deliberate, not out of fear but out of certainty. I know where I'm going, even if no one else does. The ground beneath my feet feels cold, firm like the truth I've come to accept. Strength isn't speed, and progress isn't noise. Sometimes the real victory is simply refusing to stop. The wind pushes at my shoulders, testing me with a force meant to shake weaker men, but it's wasted here. I've stood in storms that try to tear me apart, and I never felt this breeze is nothing compared to the nights that try to break my will. Nothing breaks my stride, not down, not distance, not the weight of old memories that whisper from behind me. They call out, but their voices fade against the steady echo of my own steps. The dark blue sky looms above, vast and indifferent, yet somehow it feels like a witness to every mile I claim. There's no applause, no guiding hand, no promise of ease, and still I move because I don't walk for praise. I walk because I refuse to be still. My breath flows in and out like a quiet engine, fueling the fire I keep hidden beneath my calm. No one sees that fire, but it burns all the same. Steady and controlled, the reason my feet keep moving, even when the world feels heavy. Stretches far ahead, dark, uneven, unknown, but fear has no place here. I've carried myself through worse, through longer roads, through colder nights. If the world builds walls, I climb them. If it throws storms, I endure them. And as I continue forward, one step after another, I remind myself of the truth I've lived long enough to believe. Nothing breaks my stride, not the night, not the doubt, not the weight of the past. I keep moving, The night stretches wide before me, a cold blue wilderness where every sound echoes farther than any human voice ever could. I move through the silence with the certainty of a creature that learned long ago to survive without a circle around him. I'm a wolf without a pack, not by exile, not by loss, but by choice. The world tried to shape me into something quieter, softer, smaller, yet I broke away before it could. Some men need belonging, I needed freedom. Across my path, sharp as truth, but I welcome it. There's honesty in the cold, in the bare bite of solitude, in a wide stretch of land where no voices crowd the air and no footsteps follow mine. My heartbeat is the only rhythm I trust, steady as a drum deep in the earth. No one walks beside me, no one shields me from the dark, but the dark holds no threat to a soul that learned to see through it with unflinching eyes. A lone wolf isn't weak, he carries strength differently, quietly, inwardly, like a flame cupped in his own hands, and no storm can extinguish. The pack moves with noise, I move with intent. Every shadow I pass feels like a memory I outgrew, a version of myself that once needed to be seen, to be understood, to be accepted. That man is gone. What remains is sharper, steadier, defined not by who stayed, but by what I survived. The forest of night rustles with whispers, but none of them are mine. I walk with calm steps, letting the silence guide me toward a horizon no one else can see. If I howl, it's not for company, it's to hear my own strength echo back through the dark. I don't fear the loneliness, I don't resent it, I wear it like a second skin, a mark of the life I chose. When I realize that true freedom isn't found in numbers, it's found in standing unbroken when the world expects you to bow. I am a wolf without a pack, and the night belongs to me. I move forward on my own path, breathing deep, walking tall, knowing that solitude isn't my downfall, it's my power. The night settles over me like a quiet reminder that some roads can only be walked by one set of feet. The dark blue sky hangs heavy above, but nowhere near as heavy as the weight only I carry. It rests on my shoulders like cold stone, unseen by every passing face, unknown to every voice that wonders why but this burden is my own, and I've learned not to let it break me. Every step feels measured, deliberate, as if the ground tests my resolve. With each inch I claim, but I move forward anyway. Slow, steady, unshaken, because I know what I carry was never meant for anyone else. There are truths I don't speak, memories I don't revisit, fears I swallow quietly, so the world wouldn't hear them tremble. Strength isn't loud in my life, it's a silent endurance, the kind that survives long nights without a single word spoken. Cold wind brushes against me, as if trying to lighten the load, but it stays where it is, a shadow inside my chest, a reminder of what shaped me. Yet even with its heaviness, I walk without hesitation. The weight only I carry has taught me how to stand alone, how to breathe through the storms, how to build fire in the dark when no one thought I could. It has carved lines in my soul that no one sees, but I know their meaning. Sometimes the road feels endless, stretching across the night, like a test with no finish line, but I don't need the end to be near. I just need to keep moving, that's enough. It's always been enough. The world may never understand the silent battles I fought, the wounds that never bled, the nights that felt too long for any heart to endure, but I've endured them anyway. And as I walk beneath the dark blue sky, I feel a strange kind of peace in carrying what's mine alone. Not pride, not bitterness, just acceptance, quiet and solid, because this weight, the one only I carry, has become the very thing that keeps me strong, keeps me grounded, keeps me rising. And so I carry it, not because I must, but because it made me who I am. The night opens wide in front of me, a long stretch of deep blue darkness that swallows every echo of the world behind. I take one breath, then another, feeling the weight lift from my shoulders as the road calls me forward. I'm burning down the road alone, not in flames of anger or chaos, but in a quiet fire that pushes me onward with a resolve no one else can see. My steps are steady, my heartbeat calm, as if the ground itself knows I'm not turning back this time. The air tastes like cold metal, sharp enough to keep me awake, honest enough to keep me grounded. The silence around me isn't empty, it's a companion that doesn't lie, a mirror that shows who I am without the noise of anyone's voice. The darkness doesn't frighten me, it gives me room to breathe, to let the past drift far behind, like smoke fading into the night. Every mile I walk alone feels like another page erased, another weight falling to the dirt. I don't need a guiding hand, I don't wait for a sign or a promise. The fire that drives me is the one I built inside. Slow, steady control, the flame that survives the coldest nights without ever losing its glow. The road stretches endlessly, lit only by the faint glow of a distant moon, a thin ribbon of pale light that barely touches the ground. But even that is enough for me. I've learned to move forward with nothing but instinct and grit, trusting the man I had to become. Sometimes the wind rises, pushing against my chest as if testing my resolve, but I walk through it, never speeding up, never slowing down, just holding my pace, letting the fire inside guide my steps. Burning down the road alone doesn't mean I'm lost, it means I'm free. Free from expectations, free from the weight of old voices, free from everything that held me still. And as a dark blue night wraps around me, I feel stronger with every breath, every mile, every silent step forward. I'm not running, I'm not escaping, I'm claiming the path that's mine. Burning down the road alone, and stronger for it. Night falls heavy over me, a curtain of deep blue stillness that wraps itself around every breath I take. Most fear this kind of quiet, but I've learned to listen to it, because the night teaches me strength in ways that daylight never could. The darkness doesn't speak in words, only in the soft pulse of distant winds, in the rhythm of my footsteps, echoing against an empty path. It strips away illusions, carves through the noise, leaving me alone with myself. And that's where real endurance begins. I walk through the cold with steady breath, feeling the weight of the world fade from my shoulders, inch by inch. Out here, there's no need to pretend, no need to be louder than my doubts. The night doesn't ask for mass, it asks for truth. And the truth is simple. Strength isn't loud, strength isn't fast. Strength is the quiet refusal to break in darkness that no one else sees. The air chills my skin, but it sharpens my spirit. It reminds me that I've survived worse nights than the one wrapped around me now. Nights when fear whispered louder, when silence felt heavier, when hope seemed thin, yet I kept walking anyway. Every shadow I pass feels like a lesson I've learned before. Not warnings, but reminders, proof that I face storms alone and still rise with steady hands and an unshaken pulse. The night teaches me strength by offering nothing but the space to breathe, the room to understand that resilience isn't built under warm lights. It's forged in the hours when the sky grows dark and the world grows cold. So I keep moving unhurried, letting the darkness shape the edges of who I am becoming. I don't rush toward the dawn, I don't kneel to the cold. I walk with a calm fire glowing beneath my rib, steady as a heartbeat, deep as the shadows around me. Because every mile I cross tonight adds another layer to the man inside my chest. A man called by quiet battles, strengthened by solitude, and guided by the truth that the night teaches me strength no storm could ever take away.